Chosen one. Can you feel it? There's something different in the air, something silent, yet powerful. The atmosphere has shifted, and even if you can't explain it, your spirit already knows. The last day of October will not pass unnoticed. This isn't just another day on the calendar. Heaven has been preparing this exact moment since the beginning of the month. Every challenge, every delay, every emotional wave, they were not random. They were alignment. And now as October reaches its final sunset, a divine portal is closing. When it does, everything that no longer carries purpose will be released, and everything that belongs to your destiny will begin to move towards you. You may have felt restless lately, like something deep inside you is waiting for a signal to move. That's because your soul has been in spiritual transition. The energy of this last day will act like a final test, separating what's meant to stay from what must go. And when that shift happens, it will be impossible to return to what was. Some of you have felt exhausted for no reason. Others can't sleep at night or keep dreaming of the same symbols over and over. It's not coincidence. It's connection. The divine realm is speaking, realigning, cleansing, preparing. Your body knows, your mind senses it, and your heart is already responding to the vibration of what's coming. The last day of October is not about endings, it's about activation. Heaven is finalizing what was delayed, unlocking what was stuck, and pushing you into a higher state of awareness. You might notice time moving differently, emotions intensifying, and energy shifting throughout the day. It's all part of the transition between the old timeline and the new one that begins now. This is why you've been feeling the tension between who you were and who you are becoming. It's the stretching before the release. It's the silence before the sound. When the divine clock strikes at midnight, something inside you will realign. And from that moment on, the world will no longer feel the same. You will no longer think the same, speak the same, or move the same. Because the energy that carried you until now will have completed its purpose. Chosen one, heaven has seen your endurance. You survived the emotional storms, the isolation, the confusion, the spiritual fatigue. But that was not punishment. It was preparation. The pain was shaping you for the purpose that begins after this closing. October wasn't about loss. It was about awakening. And now heaven is declaring, it is done. The portal has served its purpose. Everything that was meant to fall will fall gracefully. Everything that was meant to rise will rise with strength. And everything that was hidden will begin to reveal itself. Because the energy of this final day carries the signature of divine order, the rearranging of destinies, the completion of cycles, and the awakening of power that was dormant within you. So don't rush this day. Observe it, feel it, honor it. Every breath you take carries sacred energy right now. Every thought you release is shaping the vibration of the next season. This is your divine countdown, the final step before a new alignment begins. When the sun sets today, know that something invisible has shifted forever. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will not be the same. Because heaven has decided the last day of October will be unforgettable, not because the world will change, but because you will. Chosen one, the final day of October has arrived, and the atmosphere feels heavy with purpose. This isn't an ordinary ending. This is a divine completion. The spiritual realm is fully active right now, and whether you realize it or not, you're standing in the middle of a portal that closes one frequency and opens another. The invisible is moving fast, And heaven is finishing what it started weeks ago. All month long, you've been walking through tests you didn't even know were tests. Moments of silence that felt endless, waves of emotion that came out of nowhere, decisions that seemed to appear suddenly. None of it was random. It was preparation. Each experience was designed to strip away everything that could not cross into this new energy. And now, on this final day, the energy of heaven is pressing against the earth, realigning timelines and sealing promises. You might not see it happening with your eyes, but your body feels it. The air feels denser, your spirit feels restless, and somewhere deep inside, you sense that something sacred is taking place. Because it is. Today, heaven closes a spiritual gate that has been open since the first days of the month. That gate carried cleansing energy, pruning energy, refining energy, and those who endured it faithfully are now standing at the threshold of something entirely new. The 31st of October is not about superstition or fear. It's about spiritual authority. Heaven chose this day to finalize cycles that began long before you understood their purpose. What was chaos is finding order. What was delay is finding direction. And what was pain is finding purpose. The universe isn't punishing you, it's aligning you. Every ending is a sign that the foundation for the new has been secured. Throughout this day, you might notice unusual sensations, a sudden heat rising through your chest, goosebumps out of nowhere, a ringing in your ears, or even a burst of peace that makes no sense. These are not coincidences, they are signs of activation. Your spiritual body is syncing with a higher vibration. The presence of God is passing through your physical world, rewriting the frequencies that define your path. And while the world continues its noise, the Spirit whispers within you, pay attention. This is the moment of realignment. Today, you're being moved out of what's comfortable and into what's destined. Some doors are closing, and others are unlocking faster than you can understand. You'll see relationships shift, opportunities appear, and old emotions fade. The portal doesn't just close around you, it closes through you. Heaven is not only transforming your path, it's transforming you to match it. The last day of October is the final chapter of your preparation. Everything that felt uncertain is about to find structure. Everything that drained your energy will lose access to your spirit, and everything that belongs to your next season will begin to feel magnetic, drawn to you naturally without effort or explanation. That's how divine timing works. It doesn't demand, it aligns. Chosen one, this portal is sacred. It represents the shift from expectation to manifestation. You've waited, prayed, hoped, and endured. Now, heaven is rewarding the endurance of your soul. You may not feel ready, but you are aligned. You've already passed the test by choosing faith over fear, trust over control, surrender over confusion. This is the day heaven honors that choice. The final day of October is heaven's signature, a seal that confirms it is done. Cycles are closing. Contracts in the unseen are being rewritten, and your name is being whispered in places of divine favor. Don't try to rush this moment. Let the day unfold slowly. Be still. Feel the vibration in the air because this is the echo of a divine door closing behind you. When midnight comes, you'll cross into a lighter energy, one that feels freer, calmer, and more focused. That's when you'll realize nothing was lost, only replaced. The version of you that carried burdens, questions, and fears is staying behind. And the version that carries clarity, peace, and power is stepping forward. This is not just another night. It's a spiritual landmark. The end of October marks the moment heaven presses the reset button on your destiny. You are entering November as someone reborn, refined, renewed, and realigned. The old energy won't recognize you anymore, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. Take a deep breath. The air feels new because it is. The atmosphere feels charged because heaven is close. This is your crossing. The last day of October is the closing of one story and the divine beginning of another. The portal has done its work, and now it's your turn to rise. Chosen one, the air feels different today for a reason. The month of October is not ending quietly. It's closing spiritually. There's a frequency in motion, a sound that only the awakened can feel. It's not loud, but it echoes deep inside the soul. And if your heart has been sensitive these last few days, it's because heaven has started sealing what was opened in the beginning of the month. Every frequency has a purpose. Some come to awaken you, others to cleanse you, and a few, like this one, to separate what was temporary from what is eternal. The energy of October carried the vibration of refinement. It broke patterns, revealed hidden emotions, and brought everything buried to the surface. It wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now, as the frequency of October fades, what remains in your life is what truly aligns with the next version of your destiny. You may feel it as a deep peace, or as a silent storm inside your spirit. Some feel exhaustion, others a sudden clarity. Some are crying for no reason, others smiling without knowing why. It's all the same process, the closing of a spiritual chapter. God is removing the rare residue of the old vibration, the dust left from all you've released, the pain you've carried, and even the hopes that no longer serve you. Heaven doesn't leave empty spaces. It creates holy ground. And that's what your soul is becoming right now. Sacred ground for what's coming next. You'll notice how people react differently to your presence now. Some will distance themselves, not out of rejection, but because your frequency has outgrown theirs. Others will be drawn closer, as if recognizing a light they had forgotten. It's not personal, it's energetic. When heaven changes your vibration, everything around you must either rise or leave. That's how divine order works. As this frequency closes, you might also feel old memories resurfacing. Conversations, relationships, mistakes, moments from your past suddenly revisiting your mind. Don't fight it. That's the echo of an old vibration leaving your system. The closing frequency brings final clarity before release. It shows you what needed to be learned so it never needs to be repeated. Forgive what comes up. Bless it. And let it go with gratitude. Because everything leaving your life today is making room for what's been waiting to arrive. This closing isn't destruction. It's divine precision. Think of it, heaven, retuning your instrument before the next song begins. You've played through storms, pain, silence, and breakthroughs. But now, heaven wants your sound to match its new melody. That's why your energy is being refined. That's why certain emotions feel like it's raw. It's the vibration of heaven, touching the deepest parts of who you are and adjusting your frequency to what's next. In these final hours of October, heaven is saying without words, "You've carried the weight of this month faithfully. Now, I am lifting it off you. You might not hear it, but you'll feel it. The release will be gentle, like a deep exhale you didn't realize you were holding. You'll feel lighter, calmer, more centered, as if your spirit has finally caught up to itself. That's what divine synchronization feels like. The closing of October is also the moment when promises begin to take form. For many, it won't be dramatic, it will be quiet, a call you weren't expecting, a message that brings peace, an opportunity that arrives without effort, a sudden knowing that this is where I'm supposed to be. Heaven moves subtly when the heart is ready. And right now, your heart is ready. This last frequency is holy because it's the bridge between what you prayed for and what you're about to live. The atmosphere around you is pulsing with completion, the final heartbeat of a month that changed everything. And when the energy shifts completely, you'll notice how time feels lighter, how breathing feels easier, how life feels closer. That's not illusion. That's the new rhythm of your spirit, aligning with heaven's timing. Chosen one, the closing of October is not just the end of a cycle. It's a seal of transformation. Heaven is marking you as one who has passed through fire and come out pure. You are no longer where you were, and you never will be again. The doors that opened in October will remain open, but only for the new version of you that has emerged from this process. So stand still, breathe deeply, and whisper it quietly to yourself. The month ends, but I begin. Because that's the truth. October closes today, but heaven's new frequency begins to sing through you tonight. Chosen one, there is a sound echoing in the invisible tonight, not one that your ears can hear, but one your spirit instantly recognizes. It's the rhythm of divine timing, the heartbeat of heaven, counting down to something new. Every moment from now until the next sunrise carries sacred precision. The divine countdown has begun, and with it comes acceleration, alignment, and awakening. You've probably felt it already. That strange sense that time is moving faster, that events are happening in perfect synchronicity, that emotions are sharper, that your awareness feels heightened. It's not coincidence. Heaven is speeding up the energy because the new cycle can no longer wait. What was delayed is now demanded. What was on hold is now unfolding. The divine clock has struck, and you are standing inside the moment where waiting ends and movement begins. This countdown isn't measured in minutes or hours. It's measured in vibrations, in choices, in levels of surrender. Each time you release control, the timer moves forward. Each time you trust instead of fear, the alignment increases. Heaven is not rushing you, it's syncing you. You are being matched to the frequency of what you were promised long ago. And as that frequency locks in, your reality will begin to rearrange. Pay attention to how your surroundings react in these hours. You'll notice divine patterns unfolding, numbers repeating, messages arriving at the right time, old emotions surfacing only to be healed. It's the unseen realm organizing itself in your favor. Every delay this month was the universe clearing your path so that the countdown could finally begin without obstruction. Now, it has. There's an acceleration in the spirit world that feels almost electric. You might wake up earlier than usual, feel an energy surge late at night, or experience random waves of peace after moments of intensity. This is the body catching up to what the spirit already knows, that something irreversible has started. The chosen ones are being pulled into divine motion. The path that once seemed slow or uncertain is now under the direct momentum of heaven's wind. But this countdown also reveals truth. People, habits, and thoughts that can't travel with you will begin to fall away quickly. The universe is removing every interference so that nothing interrupts the transition. If something leaves suddenly, don't chase it. That's the countdown completing another step. You are being stripped of everything that slows your divine rhythm. Because once the clock reaches zero, only what's authentic will remain. There is an unmistakable urgency in the air right now, not anxiety, but divine readiness. Your spirit has been prepared for this since before you knew why you were being tested. The silence, the isolation, the refining, the delays, all of it was God aligning your heart with His timing. And this timing is now. The countdown isn't coming, it's here. When heaven accelerates, perception changes. You'll notice answers appearing where there was confusion, open doors replacing resistance, and peace returning to the spaces where fear once lived. You'll recognize that the flow of life itself is different, smoother, more direct, more effortless. That's what it feels like when heaven takes over the pace of your story. The divine countdown is heaven's way of saying, it's time. Not time to wait, but time to witness. Time to see with your own eyes what your spirit has always known was possible. Time to live the prayers that you spoke in faith months or even years ago. The countdown is not to an event. It's to manifestation. As you move through these last hours of October, stay present. Be conscious of every breath, every thought, every sensation. You are crossing a spiritual threshold where your inner vibration becomes the command that shapes your outer world. Think light, speak peace, breathe faith. That's how you stay in rhythm with the divine countdown. At midnight, the timer will reset, but it won't reset to waiting. It will reset to creation. Heaven will hand you the next chapter, not as an idea, but as reality beginning to unfold in front of you. You'll feel it first in your heart, that still, powerful knowing that says, it has started. And when that moment comes, don't doubt it. It's not imagination, it's fulfillment. Chosen one, this is the most sacred hour of transition. Heaven has counted down, not to an end, but to a beginning. And when the clock of the unseen world reaches zero, you'll understand what it means to live in divine timing, where miracles are not exceptions, but your new normal. The countdown has begun, and the next beat of time belongs to you. Chosen one, something sacred happens when divine time takes control. The air itself begins to move differently. You start noticing that things unfold faster, coincidences multiply, and what used to take months now happens overnight. It's not your imagination, it's what happens when heaven presses the acceleration key of destiny. Human time is measured by clocks. Divine time is measured by alignment. And right now, alignment is perfect. That's why days feel shorter, moments feel denser, and emotions hit deeper. The entire atmosphere is shifting to prepare you for the manifestation that's about to unfold. You've stepped into a rhythm where heaven leads and everything else follows. You may be feeling physical signs, sudden tiredness, random bursts of energy, even pressure around the heart or head. These sensations are not random. They're the body syncing with the new pace of the spirit. The divine countdown has already begun, and now time is bending to purpose. This is why opportunities suddenly appear after long silence, why people resurface unexpectedly, why answers come faster than before. The energy is flowing without resistance because heaven has removed what slowed you down. But acceleration isn't just about speed, it's about revelation. When divine time accelerates, it exposes truth. Anything built on illusion can't survive the pace of light. That's why some relationships, jobs, and patterns suddenly feel unstable, not because they're cursed, but because they were built in an energy that no longer matches yours. God isn't breaking things to hurt you. He's dismantling what can't stand in the next dimension. You'll notice how the days themselves seem charged, as if every second carries weight. Your prayers are reaching faster, your manifestations arriving sooner. The distance between asking and receiving is shrinking. You've stepped into a realm where thought, word, and energy are instantly creative. This is why your awareness must stay clean, your intentions pure, your focus steady. In accelerated time, what you speak manifests quicker than before. Be careful with your words, because heaven is listening closely now. Spiritually, acceleration feels like wind, invisible yet impossible to ignore. It carries you forward even when you're not trying to move. You'll find yourself at the right place, meeting the right people, saying the right words without planning it. That's not luck, it's flow. It's divine intelligence moving you like a river moves a leaf. You're being guided moment by moment, even when you don't realize it. Emotionally, acceleration brings intensity. You might laugh and cry in the same hour, feel peace and tension in the same breath. That's because heaven is compressing what used to take weeks of growth into days. Your lessons are speeding up because your destiny is close. You're being refined in real time. And yes, that can feel overwhelming, but it's also holy. The fire that feels uncomfortable now is the same light that will illuminate your next path. When time accelerates, don't resist. Don't try to slow it down by holding on to what's familiar. Flow with it. Breathe through it. This is divine current. And if you let it carry you, you'll end up exactly where you're meant to be, faster than you thought possible. Every delay has been recalibrated. Every missed opportunity is being redirected. Every prayer you thought heaven ignored is being fulfilled in sequence. It's not chaos, it's choreography. Acceleration means the waiting season has expired. It's the divine signal that heaven has finished preparation and begun manifestation. That's why you're feeling the push, because what was above you is now trying to meet you. The unseen realm is merging with your reality, and you're being pulled into divine timing. This is what it feels like when prophecy turns into presence. Chosen one, this pace is not meant to exhaust you. It's meant to awaken you. You were created to move at this frequency. That's why, even when you feel tired, something inside keeps whispering, "Don't stop now." It's your soul, remembering the rhythm of eternity. You're not behind, you're precisely on time. And time itself is now serving your destiny. So don't fear the acceleration, welcome it. Because what's unfolding now won't take years, it will take days. And what once felt distant will soon feel inevitable. When divine time accelerates, everything changes. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Chosen one, when divine time accelerates, the body becomes the first vessel to respond. You may not see the shift happening, but you can feel it deep within your skin, your bones, your breath. It's not illness, it's adjustment. Your body, mind, and spirit are synchronizing with a higher vibration, one that the human system isn't used to sustaining for long periods. But heaven is expanding your capacity. Over the past days, you may have noticed your sleep changing. Shorter hours, vivid dreams, or even restless nights, followed by bursts of unusual clarity in the morning. That's the spiritual body working while the physical body rests. You are receiving updates, revelations, and energetic recalibrations during those hours. Your dreams are no longer random. They are encrypted messages, carrying symbols that only your spirit can interpret. Pay attention. Heaven speaks in patterns. Your energy might fluctuate too. At times, you'll feel drained, as if every movement costs effort. Then, suddenly, you'll feel light, electric, alive, full of energy that seems to come from nowhere. That's the pulse of acceleration moving through you. The divine current doesn't move linearly. It flows in waves, building and releasing energy as your body learns to carry it more smoothly. What feels like fatigue is often your system downloading light. Emotionally, you're also being rewired. Acceleration brings purification, and purification often comes through emotion. You may find yourself crying without understanding why, feeling deep compassion for people who once triggered you, or suddenly remembering old moments that never healed properly. This is spiritual detox. Heaven doesn't allow old pain to travel into new frequencies. Everything unresolved must rise to the surface so it can be released. Don't resist the waves. Feel them. Let them pass through you. Each one leaves you lighter. You may sense the body reacting in strange ways. Warmth in the chest, tingling in the hands, buzzing in the head, or a chill running up the spine. These are energy surges. Your nervous system is adapting to hold more divine light. What used to overload you with stress will soon no longer affect you, because the body is learning peace as its new default state. This is not weakness, it's transformation. You are becoming the living expression of heaven's frequency on earth. Spiritually, acceleration feels like being stretched between two worlds, the physical and the unseen. You might feel detached from routines, uninterested in noise, craving silence, stillness, and solitude. That's because your spirit is leading and the human part of you is trying to catch up. The more time you spend in silence, prayer, or presence, the easier the adjustment becomes. Stillness is how the soul stabilizes the energy that the spirit downloads. There's also a refinement happening in your perception. Your intuition feels sharper. You sense when people are sincere or when energy is heavy. You catch signs, words, and synchronicities that used to go unnoticed. It's because your frequency has expanded beyond logic. You are now perceiving through vibration. This sensitivity isn't weakness. It's spiritual intelligence awakening. You're learning to navigate life not by sight, but by resonance. Sometimes, acceleration will make you feel lonely, not because you're abandoned, but because very few are vibrating at this pace. You're walking ahead of the crowd, carrying light that others are still preparing to receive. It's part of your assignment. You were chosen not just to survive this acceleration, but to embody it, to show what alignment looks like in human form. And though the body feels tired at times, the spirit rejoices, because every cell that adjusts, every emotion that clears, every breath that stabilizes, it's all proof that heaven's plan is alive within you. To adapt to this pace, care for your temple. Drink water, it conducts energy. Rest, it anchors frequency. Breathe deeply, it grounds light. Feed your body with what's clean and feed your mind with what's true. These small actions help your physical form match the strength of your spiritual expansion. You are literally becoming light in motion. Chosen one, this acceleration is not a storm to survive. It's a frequency to ride. Your body is not your limitation. It's your bridge between heaven and earth. And your soul is the engine translating divine timing into human experience. Every shiver, every tear, every rush of peace that floods you without warning, they are all signals that the transformation is complete. You are not breaking down. You are upgrading. You are not being emptied. You are being refilled. And soon, you will notice that the things that used to shake you no longer move you, because your vibration has risen above reaction into recognition. You have become steady in acceleration, anchored in motion, peaceful in speed. This is what it means to live in divine flow. The body aligns, the soul expands, and heaven breathes through you effortlessly. And once that happens, you can never go back to the slower version of yourself again. Acceleration doesn't stop. It becomes your new nature. Chosen one, as the energy accelerates and the final frequencies of October dissolve, something deeper begins to unfold. A divine rearrangement. This is the phase where heaven starts repositioning its chosen ones, placing each soul exactly where they're meant to be for the next chapter of purpose. You might not fully understand what's happening around you, but everything that feels uncertain right now is actually part of precise divine movement. The spiritual map is being redrawn. Connections are shifting. Environments are changing. Doors are opening, while others are closing so fast you barely have time to process. This is not instability, it's realignment. Heaven is orchestrating a repositioning that matches your vibration after the transformation you've just endured. You've outgrown some frequencies, not because you failed them, but because you mastered them. This repositioning doesn't always feel comfortable. In fact, it can feel like being suspended between two worlds, one that no longer fits and one that hasn't fully formed. You might feel distant from familiar people, unsure of what used to make sense, or even disconnected from your own old self. But don't mistake the feeling of in-between for being lost. You're not lost, you're being moved. And heaven always moves with precision, even when your eyes can't see the pattern yet. There's a sacred purpose in why certain people are leaving your life quietly and why others are entering out of nowhere. God is exchanging frequencies, removing distractions, and aligning connections that match your new vibration. This is the season of divine partnerships and prophetic encounters. Each new connection will carry meaning, and each closed door will carry mercy. You don't need to chase or force anything. What is aligned will find you naturally. During repositioning, the emotional body often resists. It wants to hold on to what's familiar, even when it no longer nourishes the soul. That's why surrender is so essential now. Let the flow rearrange your circumstances. Don't mourn what's being taken away. Bless it for what it taught you and release it with love. Because the energy you free will return, multiplied in the form of peace, alignment, and opportunities you could never have orchestrated on your own. Some of you will feel called to new places, physically or spiritually, a change of location, career, community, or even rhythm. That inner pull you've been feeling isn't restlessness, it's direction. It's your spirit sensing the coordinates of where your next assignment will unfold. Follow the inner nudge even if you can't see the destination yet. Faith is the GPS of divine repositioning. Heaven is also elevating your visibility. Those who misunderstood or ignored you in the last season will begin to see your purpose manifest clearly. You're not being hidden anymore, you're being revealed. But this revelation requires purity, so don't rush to speak or prove yourself. The energy of acceleration will do the work for you. When you are truly aligned, presence speaks louder than words. You may also notice that time feels different now. Things align effortlessly. The right opportunities show up without struggle. Even delays feel purposeful. This is what happens when you step into divine synchronization, where every step is guided, every delay is protection, and every movement is perfectly timed. Heaven doesn't make mistakes with its chosen ones. Repositioning is not only external, it's internal. Your priorities are shifting. Your sensitivity to energy is heightening. You find yourself craving peace more than attention, truth more than validation, depth more than excitement. This is the inner proof that your spirit is taking its rightful position, above chaos, centered in faith. The old version of you lived in reaction. The new version moves in revelation. You're not chasing alignment anymore. You've become it. Chosen one, you are stepping into the role you were always meant to embody. The trials of the past months were never meant to break you. They were designed to shape you into someone who can stand firm in this new position of authority. Heaven doesn't promote comfort. It promotes readiness. And you are ready. You've been refined enough to carry the weight of what's next. That's why everything around you is rearranging. Because the world must now reflect the light you've become. So when you feel things shifting rapidly, breathe and whisper, I trust the movement. Because divine repositioning never takes you backward. It takes you exactly where grace can sustain you and purpose can flourish. You are being positioned for impact, favor, and divine partnership. Every step is being measured, and every placement is intentional. You've entered the coordinates of destiny, the place where heaven meets earth through you. From here on, nothing about your journey will look random again. Every encounter, every silence, every yes and every no will carry sacred meaning. You have arrived at the intersection of readiness and purpose. And once you stand there, everything begins to move in your favor. This is your divine repositioning, the moment heaven moves you from where you were prepared to where you are meant to reign. Chosen one, this is the moment where the divine cycle closes. Not with noise, but with presence. You've reached the final gate of October, and what began as a whisper in your soul has now become a decree echoing across heaven and earth. Nothing remains the same. This entire month has been an initiation, a sacred process of refinement, surrender, and awakening. Every delay, every silence, every strange emotion was part of the divine classroom, preparing you for this decree. And now, heaven speaks through energy, not words. You can feel it, the stillness that hums with power, the quiet that feels alive. It's not emptiness, it's fulfillment. The transformation is complete. You're not standing where you were a few weeks ago. Look back, not to regret, but to recognize. You've endured emotional fire, walked through uncertainty, faced endings that didn't make sense. But every one of those moments was turning the soil of your destiny, uprooting the old and making room for the new. And now the new has come. It's not approaching, it's here. Your spirit feels lighter because the old contracts have been broken. The heaviness you carried was never meant to last beyond this point. When divine decrees are released, the human heart feels it first, like a vibration moving through your chest, like warmth settling in your bones. It's the sign that heaven's word has landed. The decree is real. The shift has begun. This final moment of October isn't about endings, it's about completion. What was promised is now authorized to manifest. The doors that were sealed are now unlocking, and the spaces that felt closed are suddenly wide open. The divine timeline has synchronized perfectly with your readiness. That's why you feel both peace and anticipation, because your soul already knows what's next. In this new frequency, you'll notice silence turning into instruction. The spirit won't shout. He'll whisper through your intuition, through signs, through gentle confirmations that seem ordinary but are anything but coincidence. Stay aware. Every word, every encounter, every impulse in your heart carries divine intent. You've entered a season where heaven communicates through subtlety. Listen closely. Emotionally, this decree will feel like a deep exhale. After years of holding your breath, it's the release of resistance, the surrender of control. You no longer need to force outcomes, because divine momentum is already carrying you forward. This is what freedom feels like when it finally arrives. Quiet confidence, steady faith, and a knowing that you are exactly where you belong. And now, your environment will begin to mirror your transformation. You'll see new opportunities forming effortlessly, relationships flowing without strain, and unexpected blessings arriving with perfect timing. This is the manifestation of alignment. It's not luck, it's justice. Heaven always compensates those who endured refinement without losing faith. Chosen one, take a moment to feel this truth settle inside you. You survived the storm because you were the calm the storm couldn't break. You remained when others left, believed when logic said stop, and kept walking when no path was visible. That faith didn't go unnoticed. It wrote your name in the decree. Now heaven honors the endurance of your spirit. Every test was recorded, every tear collected, every prayer answered. And the harvest begins now. Not someday, not eventually, Master. Now. The decree is active. You're crossing from promise into possession. In this new vibration, you won't chase alignment anymore. You'll attract it. You won't seek validation. You'll embody truth. You won't fear change. You'll become change. The chosen of this generation will rise quietly, moving with humility and purpose, carrying the presence of heaven into every space they touch. You are one of them. You are a carrier of this new frequency. So as this final day of October fades into night, whisper this truth into the air. Nothing remains the same. I have crossed through the final gate. I am no longer waiting for change. I am the change. Feel the vibration of those words. Let them settle in your spirit, because once you declare them, heaven agrees. Everything that was misaligned will dissolve. Everything that was delayed will accelerate. Everything that was broken will be rebuilt with divine precision. This is not just a closing, it's a coronation. You have completed the cycle, endured the test, and now you rise carrying light that cannot be dimmed. Chosen one, the decree is sealed. Heaven has confirmed your transformation. You have crossed the threshold, and now the earth itself will respond to your presence. Every step you take after this day will echo with authority and grace. The new timeline begins now, and truly, nothing remains the same.